guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's edition of Intuitive Angling, and man, I appreciate you guys coming by the channel and spending some of your day with me here. Today, guys, I got a little commentary I want to make. I want to talk about something that, well, actually, one of the reasons I want to do it is a comment that I heard from one of the people that was at the gym today when I was there, that sort of like tied into what I've been hearing on and off over the past 6 months or so. And that's the fact that the skyrocketing prices of groceries and meat and inflation right now has got more people fishing and hunting for sustenance than ever before. And I sort of want to talk about the ramifications of that as far as for our future, our fisheries and, you know, our game and all that type of stuff, because it does and it is going to have an impact on that. So I want to sort of give you guys my opinion on that today, and definitely would like to get your guys' feedback on it as well. Also, guys, thank you very much for everybody that's taken time to hit that subscribe button here to the channel, man. We only have like 30% of the people that watch Intuitive Angling that are actually subscribed. Man, it's so easy to do. Just hit that subscribe button. It's free and easy. Hit the notification button, like button, share the videos. Good way to help the channel. And also, guys, if you want to go to the next level for channel support, you can be an Intuitive Angling channel member, and channel members get private videos that are not seen by the public every week. And you also get my email address. You can send me your personal fishing questions and I'll answer them. So just go to my YouTube homepage and click on the join or the membership tab for info there. So I really appreciate that. Okay, guys, I was at the gym today, and one of the guys there was talking about, he goes, well, I guess I'm going to start deer hunting like that. He goes, I've never been before, but I'm going to start this year. And he was saying, he goes, he wants to do it. He said, the price of meat is just ridiculous right now. He said, groceries and meat, he says, I'm just doing it because I can't afford, hardly to pay for meat. So I have heard this from more than one person as far as like hunting season here in Missouri. Right now we're in the middle of hunting season. I've heard several people say the same thing. And I've also, you guys have heard me talking about it the last 3 or 4 months. I've heard people saying the same thing about keeping bass to eat, is that they're not going to pay $20 a pound for steak. They're going to try to catch some fish and keep them and eat them. Now, this is a result of the freaking skyrocketing cost of groceries that we have right now. We got inflation is up, groceries is up, everything is up. Those stupid tariffs are kicking in right now, and the tariffs are getting passed on down to the consumers. Those tariffs are nothing but a tax on the consumers. We pay, you and me pay for those tariffs, and against the advice of literally every leading economist, 8 months ago, these tariffs have been implemented, and the American people are suffering right now through skyrocketing groceries and inflation, and it's only going to get worse until those tariffs are lifted. So that's the reason for it. That's not my opinion. That's just the reality of the fact from leading economic experts. So anyway, how's this going to impact, the future of our fisheries? Now, I'm talking mainly about the fisheries today, but you can look in the same thing as far as hunting, because if you look back in history, during the 1930s, during the Depression, which we're probably going to get into another depression shortly if we don't do something, change courses real quick, some of our game was depleted to a point of almost extinction. They had to stop the deer season here in Missouri back in the 30s because everybody was killing all the deer because they couldn't afford groceries, and sort of the same along with the fisheries. Now, here's my concern with it, is that you've got more people fishing than ever before. Bass fishing, crappie fishing, every type of fishing. And the thing that I have noticed is that overall, when you talk in terms of catfishing or crappie fishing or walleye fishing or any type of, species of fish other than bass, there is a definite increase in the number of people that are keeping and eating bass over this past since 2025 started. I have noticed that. I've seen it at the ramps. I've talked to people about it. I've seen other people reiterate. I've seen comments in my videos, people talking about how they, if they go out and if they spend $100 on gas or $50 on gas and they have a boat payment, that by God, they're going to keep bass and eat them to show something for it. And now, since the price of food is skyrocketing, and guys, you can't even go through a fast food window like at McDonald's or Burger King. You don't hardly get nothing for $20. It's ridiculous how expensive food is right now. So I understand the fact that people want to take matters into their own hands because groceries are out of control right now and they want to keep and eat bass. So what type of impact is this going to have to our fisheries? It's going to impact the fisheries, because when you have millions of anglers out there that are getting better and better at catching bass, they're more skilled than ever, the success rate that they have simply because of an increased amount of information and knowledge, stuff we share here on YouTube, increase in the efficiency of tackle, electronic, technology increases, all that type of stuff has created a generation of bass anglers that are simply more efficient and better than they were before, and they can consistently go out and catch fish more, nevertheless, which equates to catching more limits of bass and keeping more limits of bass. And this is even exaggerated more from, there's two different elements. You got the people that legally purchase a fishing license, and then you have a lot of people out there that are keeping and eating bass that maybe don't have a license, or maybe they came over from a different country and they don't know the rules and they're keeping over their limit and under the size limit. The number and amount of fishery pressure we have on our fisheries due to a lot of different factors is simply through the roof right now. And like I said, I don't hold any hope for the conservation departments. It's been my experience with the conservation departments around this country that they drag their feet until it's too late. They do not take action preemptively, and they spend more time thinking about it and doing studies and this and that while all this stuff is happening than if they just take a preemptive stance on it and say, look, we have got more pressure on these fish than ever before. The data is inconclusive. We have not formulated a way to accurately put out data on this, or to sample data. And we got to do something to protect our fisheries. So one of the things that you can do with that is you can initiate slot limits, you can initiate smaller creel limits, and ultimately you have to have greater enforcement. Because one of the most understaffed federal departments in our country is the game and fish people. Guys, here in Missouri, there is no way that a conservation officer can keep track of everybody that's out here. It's like, I have been stopped for my license like twice in my entire life in the state of Missouri. These agents out here have massive territories, which allows people to break the laws, keep over their limit, all this type of stuff. It goes on all the time. I have seen it. I've seen undersized bass, carcasses at the ramp. I've seen over the limit bass carcasses. I've seen people pull up limits of bass that were undersized. I mean, I see it going on a lot. So this is a problem it's just another problem that's exasperated by a lot of different factors. But this thing that we have right now about these exploding grocery prices and how they're affecting the pressure on our fisheries and our, wildlife areas like deer hunting, it's going to have an impact. It is having an impact. So we got a tremendous amount of challenges in the sport, and we have to have people in positions of power that are critical thinkers, that take action, that are preemptive, and that are focused on conservation. And then we also have to have policies in this country that are initiated that don't create hardships for people where they have to go out and hunt and fish to survive. So anyway, guys, let me know what y'all think about it. Appreciate you tuning in. We'll check in later.